taking away the shame, taking away the pain. You made my life so beautiful, my beautifier. You're taking away the shame, you're taking away the pain. You made me just like you. My beautifier, you're taking away the shame, you're taking away the pain. You made my life so beautiful. My beautifier, you're taking away the shame, taking away the pain. You made me just like you, my beautifier. My beautifier, you have taken away the shame, taken away the pain. Made my life so beautiful, my beautifier. Taking away the shame, taking away the pain. Just like you, just like you. My beautifier, taking away the shame, taking away the pain. Made my life beautiful. My beautifier, taking away the shame, taking away the pain. Make me just like you, just like you. My beautifier, taking away the shame, taking away the pain. Make my life beautiful. My beautifier, yeah. Taking away the shame, taking away the pain. Make me just like you, just like you, just like you.
Okay, you are welcome to school this morning. It gives me great pleasure once again to welcome each and every one of us to day 8 of our school. Isn't it amazing? After today, just have one more class work day to go through. Amazing, isn't it? All right, we have something very important this morning, and we will also be kicking off into it. I'm sure you can say it nice, understanding basic business pricing strategy. I am actually a mentor to so many startup entrepreneurs, and one of the greatest challenges they do have, often they ask me, first of all, how do we price our products? How do we price our products? Honestly speaking, it's a challenge that can easily be overcome after today. I'm going to take us through the various pricing strategies that are critical for you at this time. Some of them might not be things you are going to apply, you'll be applying at this level, but it's something, it's important you know it so that when it's been applied to you, you will be aware of it. Many of the times, it's either we apply this on customers or some other organizations are applying these principles on us. Sit back, take your note, take up your pen, and let's go. We shall be looking at how to understand the basic business pricing strategy. You know, a lot of people ask me, a lot of young startup entrepreneurs who I mentor at different fora, they often ask me, how do it's very important that you have to understand. But before we step out, I always tell people price fixing is primarily a decision. You must understand it is a decision above all things. The strategies, each of them represent nothing but decision. Okay, so what is a pricing strategy? It's simply a model or a method used to establish the best price for a product or a service. Okay, fixing price for a product or service is called pricing strategy. It helps businesses to fix prices in order to maximize profit and shareholders' value without missing the key point. of the customers and the market demands. So why it's a decision that business owners make on how to fix prices. They not just because of how they want it or what they want, or because it is their own decision. It is also very important because they have to consider the customers and the market demands. Okay, so today we'll be looking at only 8 of those strategies. There are so many of them. And sometimes I'm going to use a strategy that some books, okay, or some authors have broken into 2, just like we understood in our 4 Ps. We'll be looking at 8 key strategies, okay, for price fixing or pricing strategies, okay, for your business. I want you to take pay good attention as we go through each and every one of them. Some of them might not be applicable to you in the immediate, but it's also very important you know sometimes when any of them is being applied against your business, any of your competitors is applying that. Okay, what is the first one? The first pricing strategy we'll consider today is premium pricing. What is premium pricing? Okay, I told you it's a decision. Okay, premium pricing is simply prestige pricing. It is the practice of keeping the price of one of the product or all your product or services artificially high in order to encourage favorable perception amongst buyers. It is called prestige pricing. It is based solely on the price. You must understand, premium pricing has no basis for it except decision. I want my product to be seen as top quality. I want my brand to be seen as top brand. Or sometimes this kind of pricing actually, it's usually applied by an organization that have built a good brand. Okay, you can set your price at any amount, and people who have known you for good quality in some of your previous products will not mind investing their money in this new one, because they believe if you have done 2-3 products that are of top quality, this one will be top quality. Take for instance, even where the price of that product should be 500 naira, you can choose to sell it 5,000. You find them in most high brand hotel management organizations. Okay, I know usually over here a can of Coke drink, okay, here outside goes for about 100 naira. Where we are, I'm in Lagos in Nigeria, but there are hotels you will go in, that same can of Coke, it is sold for between 1,500 and 2,500. Okay, so when the rich, the mighty, the captains of industry, okay, the money bags, when they go into that place, something gives them a sensing that this Coke is different because it is sold in this place. So you can fix premium pricing for your product if also your product is maybe entirely new, you don't have competition yet, or it has it doesn't have alternative at the moment. Okay, that is how you can. And there's something good about this. When we say it's premium, you must understand you must go with top quality. You cannot do a low quality product and just fix a premium price on it. You will be abandoned. So when your quality is high, you can charge far above even the price of contemporaries of this competitors who produce the same product. You can charge higher than they do. All right. The second one is called pricing for market penetration. Sometimes your pricing, like I said, is a decision. Your product, let's just say you make a loaves of bread, okay, and different sizes. The medium size bread, for instance, is sold for 300 naira. But you just chose to sell yours for 250. You are new in the market. Nobody knows you. So you are trying to get attention of the people. People said it is cheap, slightly by that price. Mind you, such penetration strategy is usually most effective in the middle and lower market. We have learned that in the top market, the top segment of the market, sometimes the cheaper, the more inferior. The cheaper, the more it is perceived as more inferior. All right. So penetration strategy is just where you initially lower the price. It's a temporary thing. You lower it to gain attention of people who are price sensitive. The moment people pursue those products and begin to buy into them, you gradually jack up the price until it catches up with the market price. Okay. So, but the caveat in using this kind of strategy is that if it is supposed to be a high volume pricing strategy as well, high volume, the intention is to drive volume, to drive higher sales. So the higher the sales, discover that you make your profit, you gain back what you think you're losing, the 15 naira you think you're losing, you might gain them on turnover. All right, so but if you lower your price and you did not drive enough market, you didn't drive the market well, and turnover is not high, you might end up running at a loss, particularly if your product is a perishable good. So when you are going to apply penetration strategy, make sure you have crunched your numbers very well. You understand your market, you understand the size of the market in particular. There is no need, you cannot stretch a market beyond the size. If your market, for instance, I can only buy 1,000 loaves of bread, and there are already 100 people, 100 other bakers baking, there is nothing you're going to do that will make you gain a major chunk of the market in the first sale. All right, so we must be very careful also how we apply this. But it's very good for you who is not known, particularly for the startups. Okay, even when your quality is top, you sell a little bit lower. When people buy your product that is top quality, they'll begin now to cast aspersion at other products that are of lower quality and at higher price. It's very likely here it will help you to gain the word of mouth publicity. They will tell somebody, and will tell somebody and tell another person that there is a super high quality product at a cheaper price. So it is very good that you start that. Please understand this strategy so that we don't confuse it with others. This is a temporary setting. That decision is made for a short time. When you gain the confidence of the people, you will gradually jack up the price until it meets the ruling market price. The third is called cost plus margin pricing. This is one of the most simple pricing strategy there is. Okay, it simply means that you get your total cost per unit product. You know, we've done that before. We've taught us that under, I think it's under bookkeeping. For you to know the costs, total cost per unit of your product, you add up all the costs and divide it by the number of the units you have produced. So you said, if for instance, the total cost of producing these sausages, what do we call it now? The bread and the butter and the sausage, you know, everything packed together. You can see how they are. If you put on the costs, they are just 100 naira. You can now decide that my profit will be a 50% markup, or margin rather. Okay, margin and markup depending on from what point you're measuring. We're not going into that here because, well, like I said, we are just talking on basic. We're using only basic terminologies. Okay, margin here is just what you add as your profit, something above your cost price. That is what belongs to you to keep as a business owner. Okay, so 50% of 100 naira is 50 naira. So you now, with that, you're able to establish your selling price at 150 naira. Cost plus margin. Cost plus margin. This is one of the most simple price business pricing strategy that there is. Get your total cost per unit and add something on it. So your price plus your cost plus that thing you added on it forms your selling price. Or you say your cost plus your profit is what costs a selling price. Okay, so you can also reverse it. Your sales minus your cost will give you your margin. Okay, so these are simple arithmetic that you must learn to do as a business owner. So cost plus margin pricing is just cost plus the margin. That margin is also a decision. There is the fact that people, though it's always good to find out what is the ruling margin in your market, what is the ruling price in your market, because if your margin is too high, if your margin puts your selling price outside your market, it might affect your sales, unless you are trying to say you are applying premium sale pricing strategy. Otherwise, I will tell you, before you fix your margin, make sure you have an idea of the ruling price of that product of that size in that market. All right. The fourth pricing strategy is called economy pricing. Economy pricing is just very simple. It's a strategy that makes you from the word go from ab initio that your product will be cheap. People who target business that target such pricing or apply such pricing strategy are usually those businesses that cater for the people at the lower end of the market. You will find that most of the time these products are of lower quality. They will usually not be of top quality. Okay, there's a South African company in Nigeria. It's called PEP. Okay, they sell a lot of things, that a lot of children items, wares, toys, and stuff like that. If you enter their shop, you will find out you will be sure to buy at least something for your children. Okay, but then you must expect that they shouldn't be as top quality as most of the things you have gotten elsewhere. The essence is to be able to meet the needs of the teeming poor people in the society. All right, so if your target is the lower market, this might be a good strategy to apply. One thing about this also is that what the underlying principle is also to be volume driven. It has to be a high turnover business, because your profit is made on turnover and not necessarily per product. Strategy number 5 is called price skimming. Price skimming, this involves setting a product price high during the introductory phase. Please mind you, this is not premium pricing. They said this one is set, okay? It's set high during the introductory part. So it's set high for a season. The company will now lower the price gradually as competitors' goods appear in the market. You find this strategy very much applied by most of the technology companies, okay? Like take most of the phone producing companies, all right? You find out like iPhone, Samsung, and the rest of that, once their product come out, the prices are set high. iPhone 7, just iPhone 9, iPhone 10 just came out. They can sell it for as high as like 600,000 naira. And then just 6-7 months down the line, with 110,000 or even less than 100, you can buy the same phone. You're wondering what happened? Why the crash in price? Is a pricing strategy that's called skimming. The essence of it actually is that it gives them the power to maximize the profit, their profit as first mover, taking the first mover advantage. Okay, there's first mover advantages that they must draw from before your product is replicated, before your type of product is replicated in the market. Because if you see competitors, it's usually once you come out first with a product, they buy that product from you, dismantle it and build it and add something to that. And in a short while, they are out with it. So whether you like it or not, that's what they said. If you enjoy no competition, it's only for a short while. Competition will always come. They will always come. So this strategy, we said, enables you to maximize sales volume or profit before competition catches up with you in the market. Okay, number 6 is called predatory pricing strategy. You know, in a local parlor, they say this one is dog chop dog pricing strategy. This is where those companies with mega weights, when a younger company is coming up and they see that you're coming up strong, you have something that could rattle their business, or they observe that customers are drifting to you, they will crash their price beyond which they know that you might not go lower. The essence actually is to drive out of the market. Is to drive you out of the market. Why not everybody will be able to apply this, but if you're not careful, this could be applied to you. Like I said at the beginning, it's good to understand this strategy so that you will know when, if you're not the one applying it, you will know when it is being applied against you. If you stay there, you'll be eating for lunch. Your business will be eating for lunch. This is also very common where a merger and takeover is intended. They crash the price and then they approach you, okay, to sell your business to them because they see that your business is dying. It gives them a stronger negotiating ability. Even though they sustain losses, they term those losses as part of the cost of doing business. So it's either you are swallowed or you're chased away. So that's how predator pricing pricing organizations, that's how they apply it. That's one experience they used to talk about in our nation. There's a product you cannot import to the market. If you import it, those guys who are the landlords of that business will flood the market with their own product at lower prices, and then your product will remain unpurchased. They will eventually offer you a price lower than what you would have sold it and buy from you and recover and cut down their costs, their losses from there. So predatory pricing strategy is only applied when you want to chase some guys out of the market. Okay, number 7 is psychology pricing. I'm sure you understand that. This is a pricing strategy that appeals to the emotion of the people. It's a psychological fine-tuning of the minds of the people. All right, you influence people psychologically. It's amazing. People say there's a difference between 599.99 kobo and 600 naira. You know, many times I ask them, have you ever gone to anywhere and they give you half a naira? They give you half a naira, 0.1 naira. It's never given anywhere. Though when you buy electronically and you pay with your card, yes, it might count 0.1 naira, 0.01 naira. What is that? It's not a change. But honestly, people have made decisions based on that. They said this price is lower than 600 naira. Yes, it is common. So sometimes they've done it to you. So sometimes you also can do it to customers. All right. When they say your price is high, it's okay. I will sell it. I'll remove a 0.01 naira from you, 0.01 kobo. Of course, you have removed nothing because that money, nobody gets it as change from you. So technically, you're selling at 600 naira. Okay. And then finally, the last but not the least, it's called bundle pricing. Bundle pricing, is one that we are also very common with. You know, this is usually used during, this is more commonly used during sales promotions, okay? And it is very common when a particular product, what is the bundle, actually, what is bundle pricing? Bundle pricing, it's applied when a company, okay, sells a package of a set of goods or services for a lower price than they would have charged if the customers were to buy them individually. Take, for instance, you have 6 items, each of them selling for, say, 5 items, 5 of your product. Each of them sells for 100 naira ordinarily. That means for you to bring them together, the bundle should be like 500 naira. But now you might choose to sell it for 450 naira. Somebody will ask, why will somebody do that? Yes, go and check. Usually when one product is not moving and is beginning to constitute some inventory challenge for them, is beginning to constitute some inventory costs for them, or they're afraid of that product running into serious obsolescence. Okay, it is going to become a problem in the next maybe 2-3 months. You know, some of the products have expiry date. They will add them. They drop the price a little bit, but they will add them to other fast-moving products. All right. You find out also where some other way they can do it. They said when you buy 4 of this product, they will give you one of that one that is not selling much for free, or they will add 3 fast-moving product and that one that is not moving well for 450, and ask you if you can buy, or you can, that when you buy that 4, they will give you one other fast-moving one that would have been 100 naira. So instead of 500 naira, you have paid 450. They've only given you a discount of 50 naira. So that you use bundle pricing to sell off stocks that are not moving, are not moving the market. Okay, the market is not buying. When I don't know, for most of us, I don't know about other countries. Okay, but in Nigeria, because funny enough, sometimes outside Nigeria, I prefer Sprite. I don't understand it, but here in Nigeria, I would rather prefer Coke if I must drink that. You know, so I understand that those who sell Coke, who sell Nigerian bottling company products. Okay, Coca-Cola is a brand name. Okay, product. They usually don't sell much of Sprite. So usually you find them, they use that bundle. They say if you buy 2 Coke, if you want to buy 5, it has to be 2 Coke, 2 Fanta, and then one Sprite. You are forced technically to buy what is not selling, what you ordinarily would not have wanted to buy. But at the same time, they save their losses. They cut their losses, okay, by clearing the space, okay, clearing those products that are becoming inventory problem to them now. So you too can apply such a thing. If you have a product that is not moving, you can find a way of reducing the price a little bit, but then bundle it with other products that are fast moving in the market. And then you are able to sell and cut your losses from that obsolete product, and or about to turn into obsolete product. And or even sometimes it might not be obsolete, but it's just like it's not moving the market. Marketing just accept it. We have also seen a situation where after people started buying those bundles, they will start discovering the beauty of that product that was not moving the market. And then the market trend can be reversed by so doing. So if you can can we just recap? So what are the pricing strategy we have said today? 8 of them. You said the first one is what? I want to hear you. I'm just joking. I know I can't hear you, but I know you can hear me. All right. I will just go back so that we will just look at them one by one again as we round up. Okay. They said the first pricing strategy is premium pricing strategy. That is the one that is called, it's called the buyer's market as well. Why? Because it lasts long. The buyers are the one, you are selling high because buyers want it. It's called buyer's market. It's not seller's market. Buyers are the one who dictate the tone. If you bring it down, the buyers move away. All right, premium pricing first. Second, it's market penetration, a little lowering of a price for a season, okay, for you to be able to sell, okay, be known, be introduced into the market. After you know in the market, you jack up the price gradually until it catches up with the ruling price of the market. The third is cost plus margin. You get your total costs. The danger here as well too is that you must get your numbers right. If you get your cost wrong, you might think that your margin is 50%. Maybe it might just be far lower than that. So you must make sure that all your costs are factored in if you must use this strategy. Cost plus margin strategy. So the fourth one we said is economy pricing. This is cheap. You plan to sell cheap, and we say the caveat there is usually they are lower quality. Okay, it's your strategy. You just sell cheap. You know, I gave us an example of pepper, that a product I sell in Nigeria, or Walmart, okay, and several other ones, yeah, popular names in UK. All right, they just sell cheap product. Everybody knows that no matter how small amount of money you hold, you'll be able to get in there and buy something. The fifth one is price skimming, and we say this price skimming is simply you setting the price high because your product is in the introductory stage. You want to make all the money you can make now before competition will catch up with you. And usually once competition comes at that cost, they are entering at their high cost, but then you just crash your market price and keep your customers there. That's very common in with most of the telecom companies, those particularly handset, phone handset, and companies. We said the sixth one is predatory pricing. This is where you want to chase competition out of the market. You use price war. You crash your price to the point that the competition will either be forced out of the market or they be forced to sell to you or be available for you to acquire them. The seventh is psychology pricing. That one just remove a small amount, insignificant amount of money from the price. Set 5999, 599.99, okay, or 599, okay, as against 600. And customers will say this is a cheaper price. It's only a play on their psychology, on the emotion. Okay, that this is cheaper. This man is more considerate. This company is more considerate. Indeed, you are. And then eight, last but not the least, is bundle pricing, where you gather a couple of your products and sell them slightly lower than what you would have sold them if customers were to buy them individually. So that is the eight different way you can set your pricing of your product or your service for today. All right. With that, I'll say thank you and see you in class. All right. Please hold on before you run off to the class. Please hold on and let's, one of the reasons why we start very early usually so that we will also have enough time to share some of our very important announcements. We sincerely apologize that our links to the evaluation platform wasn't shared overnight. All right, we had some challenges, a little challenge that we have been able to have a workaround. You know, Dsap is expanding its database and they moved us to a bigger space. But that requires that we should now have a reset of some of our plugins. Those of us in web design will understand that. So some of the features that we would have used for that, usually we give you a link. In the link, you will see two parts. One part is the general evaluation, and the second part is your facilitators and your PMA evaluation. All right, so this time, because we are not doing directly from our website, we're going to share two links with you. If it's not done now, you're going to have them done before the close of business. So please, before you leave school today, it will not take you more than 5 minutes to do that evaluation. You know what? We decided overnight that this evaluation is going to be 10 points of your graduation mark. We just introduce at 10 points. So anybody who refuses to fill it, it's okay. You will lose 10 points. 10% of your graduation, of your scores will be taken off from you. We don't want to do that really. You know, left to me, I want every one of you who have worked hard up until this time to graduate. But you know, this is the only thing, only takeaway, only thing we take from you, only thing we demand from you. You would have observed that we're always giving and giving and giving to you. All right, we have not been demanding. So today, when it comes to the end of the program, that's when we demand. Okay, so now it's going to be part of our evaluation, part of your evaluation report, part of your own scoring for graduation, 10% of it. So all facilitators are going to be informed to see how we're going to work that down. We know before now their scoring is 100%. All right, but there's a place, okay, not 100% because it's a place for attendance. So it's now attendance, evaluation, your project, your assignment, and then project. And the other thing, there are some other facilitators might demand. Okay, so please let's do that. Those of us who are involved with our graduation things, I said yesterday people are not trending. I'm still surprised that people are not trending. This is that we don't understand what it is, or that you are socially shy. Is this diet socially filled with people who are socially shy? By now, you've started producing your product now. We say share on your platform. Okay, I also invited us to my platform, the Paul Wolisa, on Instagram. Just only a few of you have joined. Our board chairman who ministered to us yesterday, Patrick Olide, also wanted some of you to who are interested in what he's doing. You know, these are, you connect with all these links to earn, to gain what you will never have done. So it's not just coming to learn skills. Coming to this place has given you opportunity to acquire some other things. Please, the set leadership. I hope you people are on top of your game with all our graduation activities. By tomorrow, you guys are almost done. You will now be faced with submitting the final part of your projects and your assignments. And I'm sure some of you already, you have gone very far with your capstone project. Well done. Let me tell you, the greatest you can give us outside the evaluation is doing well in class, and then doing well in the real world. Thank you very much. God bless you, and then I'll see you in class. Folakemi, please, do you have any announcement?
No, sir. We're good to go, sir.
All right, Salai, do you have any announcement? Oh, she's not on the panel platform. All right. Okay, guys, all PMAs, please can you open our classes and admit people. Thank you, and God bless.